It's an indisputable law of nature. For an animal to live, it needs to eat, often other animals. So the race begins, predator versus prey. A high-stakes game of hide and seek, where the hunter uses strength, stealth, speed, or smarts against its luckless target. For predators, that's what it takes to survive the wild. Beneath the calm surface, the ocean teems with predators, each with its own deadly strategy. Dolphins, plying the water in large social pods, are famously smart and playful mammals. When it comes to predation, the pod's strategies are no laughing matter. On the east coast of South Africa, on the Agulhas Bank, the dolphins get down to business. When the sardines return next year, so will the dolphins. While dolphins fly through the water, further inland, another predator floats in the air. The kestrel. About the size of a pigeon, Australia's smallest falcon uses an extraordinary technique to snag its quarry, earning it the nickname wind hoverer. In Central Australia, Alice Springs provides kestrels with plenty of hunting opportunities. From her perch, this female uses her keen eyesight to scan the landscape. It's been a tough day and her search yields nothing. Exhausted, she moves on, desperate to make a kill. Back at her nest, her chicks await their mother's return. She managed to scrounge an earthworm, but it's nothing more than a snack. She needs to keep looking. Her chicks depend on her for 4 months after they hatch, and she can't let them down. At last, she spots something moving. A mouse. No time to waste, she drops in for the kill. But she fumbles the strike and it escapes. She won't let it get away that easily. Ever patient, she takes to the air to perform her signature hunting move. If need be, she can remain pinned to the air even in 12 miles per hour winds. By extending the tips of her wings, she flies into the wind, cancelling her forward momentum and allowing her to hover. All the while, she makes micro adjustments to compensate for fluctuations in the breeze. She changes altitude, but she's not letting the mouse's burrow out of her sight. When the mouse appears, she makes her move. To the mouse, it's like she appeared out of thin air. No escape this time. At last, the kestrel can feed her hungry chicks. While the kestrel terrorizes mice in Australia, over in Africa lives a predator that terrifies just about everyone: the Nile crocodile. They rule many of the continent's waterways, including South Africa's Sabi River. But the Nile crocodile shrugs it off. The shark's deep water ambush strategy succeeds around half the time. But even prey that escapes can suffer devastating injury. Despite having few natural predators, the great white is classed as a vulnerable species. For all its might, its life in the ocean is often more at risk than some of the species it preys upon. While the great white strikes terror off the coast, deep inside the rainforest, a tiny hunter outwits its prey just as stealthily. The Portia spider. This jumping spider, considered to be the most intelligent of the arachnids, plots strategies to snare its dangerous quarry, other, dumber spiders. In Queensland, Australia, the Cape York Peninsula is the hunting ground of the cunning Portia. Portia's exceptional eyes lock onto a potential meal. A green jumping spider. Moving with calculated nonchalance, the Portia patiently draws in. Disguising her approach with an irregular, jerky gait, the Portia looks more like a flapping leaf than a fellow spider. She'll even risk losing sight of her target in order to get as close as possible without being detected. At last, she strikes and fails and falls. But she'll learn from her mistake and refine her strategy. The next night finds her again, stalking the forest. A cross spider much larger than the Portia would make a great meal, if she can manage it. Any miscalculation could cost her her life. This time she nails it, holding tight long enough to deliver her deadly venom. The Portia's ability to learn from her experience makes her a potent predator. Every kill adds to her assassin's arsenal. Like most spiders, baby Portia spiders get no help from their mothers. It's make it or break it from the moment they hatch. Only the smart ones survive. Before long, she's ready to eat again and returns to the hunt. This water spider doesn't know it yet, but she's on the menu. The Portia takes advantage of her potential dinner's bad eyesight to move in close. But the water spider compensates with fast reflexes. The Portia will keep that in mind the next time she sees one. While the Portia spider creeps around on Queensland's leaves and twigs, down under, monitors are called goannas. Being lizards, monitors are literally cold-blooded killers. Australia's largest, the Parenti, can reach over 8 feet. He's not fussy about what he eats. Anything from eggs to insects to small birds and mammals. In Queensland's Conondale National Park, a goanna will go on a hunting expedition. Monitors have higher metabolic rates than other lizards, making them unusually active for a cold-blooded predator. Once they're well fed, they can live off their food for weeks without the need to eat. While the predator takes a rest before hunger drives him to hunt again. Some young animals need care and protection. And some absolutely do not. Evolution can produce some surprising survival strategies. Most caterpillars are perfectly happy to eat the leaves of the plants they were hatched on. They're voracious vegetarians, usually. On the isolated islands of Hawaii, a species of caterpillar has developed a taste for flesh. Everywhere else in the world, members of the moth genus Eupathecia stick to the salad course, but not here. On the Hawaiian island of Oahu, the National Wildlife Refuge is home to several species of carnivorous Epithecia caterpillar. Within the forest, this caterpillar appears to be eating leaves. But in truth, she's setting her trap, shaping the leaf to capture what she really craves. The caterpillar chews away part of the leaf, anchors her hind legs to the stem, and waits. Her body is coated with sensitive hairs, and when unsuspecting prey walks over one of these hair triggers, she strikes. Immobilizing her prey in her vice-like pincers, she devours her victim alive. In the insect-filled forest, the caterpillar has no troubles attracting prey. There's never a shortage of fruit flies, the Epithecia caterpillar's bread and butter. The flies may be tiny and fast, but not fast enough. 18 of the 20 caterpillar species native to Hawaiian Islands have evolved into carnivorous predators. Some Epithecia, rather than looking like leaves, masquerade as twigs. As efficient and deadly as these ambush predators are, what's truly remarkable is that this is just one phase of its life cycle. After the caterpillar has eaten its fill of insects, it will cocoon itself and emerge as an unremarkable moth. On the open grasslands of the African savanna, where herds of grazers dominate the landscape, death can rush in on graceful cat paws, courtesy of the cheetah. But the fastest land animal needs more than speed to make it out here. She needs strategy. In Mozambique's Gorongosa National Park, she'll put that strategy to the test to feed her family. She's on the lookout for game, but also for predators. She's only as fast as her slowest cub. When she reaches a hunting spot, she'll hide the cubs and carry on alone. She closes in on a mixed herd of zebra and wildebeest. Pacing the periphery, she scans for the herd's most vulnerable members. Concealing herself, she'll crouch low and creep in, closing the gap between her and her target. Lacking the bulk of larger predators, she depends on the element of surprise to make a quick kill. Dashing from 0 to nearly 60 miles per hour in just over 3 seconds, she can easily outrun her prey. But taking it down without injuring herself is the hard part. It demands timing and precision. Even when she makes her catch, she doesn't necessarily make the kill. Because she depends on speed, any injury that slows her down could mean starvation. So she retreats from conflict. She returns to her cubs empty-handed. With so many mouths to feed, the meal will satisfy the family for a little while. Then soon the mother will be on the hunt again. If all goes well, in about a year and a half, the cubs will be self-sufficient, expert hunters on their own. Even for animals at the top of the food chain, survival isn't a birthright. Large and small, for predator and for prey, making it in the wild depends on innate skill, plenty of practice, and sometimes sheer luck.